Coming up 147, he moves up.
I'm fucking him up. I already told him. I'm fucking him up.
I call him, like I said, on the big fish, especially at 147.
What's going on, you guys? So, Errol Spence Jr., Dennis Ugas had their press conference today, and it was very interesting to say the very least, right? He spoke about Jerron Boots Ennis. He spoke about Terence Crawford. He said he's the big fish, right? Errol Spence said he's the big fish. He said that we'll see. We'll see. This we'll see shit with him and Terence Crawford is, we'll see. He's not saying I'm gonna make the fight happen because I want to make it happen. Now he just keeps saying we'll see. So we go see. He also got asked about Jerron Boots Ennis. And that was pretty interesting to say the very least. I'm gonna play the clip. Let you listen to the clip. Check it out.
Jerron Boots Ennis, is he a guy that you would face in the future? I know he's a young cat, but
He got a lot of talent. In the future, we'll see. We'll definitely see. Like I said, I ain't ducking guys to nobody.
you see the talent though. You respect him?
Oh yeah, I respect talent. Talent, skills, ability, everything. Like he got all the tools.
Or you think you need to make a statement? We're not gonna split the Ugas out. Think it's a statement win?
We'll see.
See what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see. That's all Errol Spence be said is we'll see. And we'll see. We go see. He didn't seem too interested in really talking about Jerron Boots Ennis. He didn't really seem too interested in talking about Terence Crawford. Of course, he has to get past you, Dennis Ugas. But boxing fans haven't seen Errol Spence Jr. in a while, and they wanted to ask some questions.
We'll see. Like I said, I gotta get past him first. So once I get past him, we'll definitely see. But like I said, you read the shirt, right? All right.
We read the shirt. We'll see. We'll see. That's we'll see, right? We'll see. Errol Spence Jr., he said he's calling the shots, right? But why is it always we'll see? How about we go make this shit happen, right? So you heard what Errol Spence Jr. had to say in regards to Terence Crawford. We'll see. He got to get past Ugas first, and that's first things first. Now, Dennis Ugas had his own things to say in this fight. Dennis Ugas, in my opinion, is coming to win this fight. He's actually coming out here to win. And this is probably going to be a tough fight for Errol Spence. However, Errol Spence said that the eye injury is no longer an issue and that this camp has been going really good for him. He said he hasn't felt this good in a really long time. So, I'm expecting to see a really better version than we've seen last of Errol Spence Jr. going into this fight when Dennis Ugas. Dennis Ugas, and he's going to be prepared as always. He has a good coach. They got a good thing going on over there at the Salinas Academy. So I expect Ugas to be prepared as always, and he's going to give it his all. This is for legacy. This is huge for Cuban boxing. So this is a big opportunity for Dennis Ugas as well, going into this fight with Errol Spence Jr. The press conference itself was pretty stale. Errol Spence Jr. really don't have that much of a personality. People like to really nag on Terence Crawford for him not having the more outgoing personality, but I think Errol Spence Jr. is a lot more he's very robotic. Okay, he was very robotic, but I watched it. It was pretty cool. I like these guys. It was cool. But Terence Crawford, who should he fight? Who Bud go fight in the meantime? Right? That's the thing that we want to know. Who's next? Who's next for Terence Crawford? Right now, Josh Taylor came out after his fight, and he said he's moving on up. Right? He's moving on up. Now, what is Josh Taylor going to do? Is he going to request to become the mandatory to face Terence Crawford, or is he going to take a softer touch just to kind of get things back going again? Because he didn't look good against Jack Catterall. Now, he said if Jack Catterall wants to rematch, then it's going to have to be at 147. So we're going to see how that plays out. Josh Taylor, unfortunately for Josh Taylor and his family, they've been getting death threats and everything else from this fight, this controversial decision over there in the UK. He's been getting death threats and everything else. So, this is really disgusting how the UK boxing fans, this is what they can be really good fans, but they can be really bad too at the same time, right? Josh Taylor, it was a bogus decision, but there's no need for y'all to want to kill the guy. There's no need for him to get death threats to his family and everything like that, So it's pretty ridiculous. But what is Josh Taylor going to do? Is he going to go up to fight Terence Crawford? That's a pretty huge step up considering what we just witnessed against him and Jack Catterall. So yeah, Josh Taylor got a lot of thinking to do. He got to really make the right move because Terence Crawford is not going to be no easy fight by any means, and he knows it, right? He knows it. But what's next for Terence Crawford? I mean, where's Mikey Garcia? Where's all these guys at to challenge Terence Crawford? Where's Keith Thurman? We haven't seen Keith Thurman and since his fight with Mario Barrios, his little cash grab with Mario Barrios. We haven't seen Keith Thurman in quite some time. So where is he at? No, we haven't seen him. You can't find him either. So this is the shit I be talking about. Jamel Charlo wants Brian Castano to take the test. He wants to see the doctor report. He wants to see all of that stuff. So yeah, that's what's going on with Jamel Charlo and Brian Castano. So Terence, so what's Bud to do? Now I'm seeing things with Terence Crawford versus Chris Eubanks. I'm not sure how true that is, but Chris Eubanks Jr. have been looking down lately. He's been looking down to fight some of the smaller fighters. I'm not sure why Chris Eubanks Jr. is doing this, but this is what he's doing. He's looking to fight Kell Brook, talking about Kell Brook walks around bigger than him, and all this other shit. So, hey, who knows, right? Crawford got to fight somebody, but who he gonna fight? Josh Taylor? We don't know if he want to take that right now. We don't know if Josh Taylor wants to take the fight. Errol Spence Jr. is tied up with Ugas, and this is Will C shit, right? You heard the Will C thing, and, it's getting really old. It's getting really old hearing this dude say we'll see and, give us some certainty. There's never no certainty with Spence. He's very cryptic. He's very subliminal. He never give us no clear message on what he really wants to do. But he is doing what he said he's going to do. He's getting all those belts on his side of the street. That's one thing he did tell the truth about. But yeah, we going to see what Terence Crawford's going to do next. Fans are waiting to see what the next move for Terence Bud Crawford. The last we heard from him, he said that he has a couple of things lined up, a couple of fights, a couple of, whatever. It's going to have to be somebody people care about at this point in Terence Bud Crawford's career. He can't afford to go out there and just fight anybody. He has to go out there and fight somebody that people kind of care about, people know about. So I'm looking at guys like Keith Thurman, maybe a Josh Taylor, if Josh Taylor feeling ballsy. I doubt it. You got to get you got to have a lot of confidence going into a fight with a guy like Kumite Crawford. I mean, you just got to have that confidence. Guys like Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, as we've been seeing this past week, they've been looking at guys like Errol Spence. They're not really necessarily looking at Terence Crawford because, well, let's be honest, that's a tough fight. And, it may not go their way that night. So I'm not sure who's next for Bud, right? Mikey Garcia's guys lingering around. It's these guys that still kind of out on the outer perimeter that still don't want to walk into that smoke. They could just play, hey, I'm a name. I'm a guy still credible. What's up with the fight? Send me an offer, blah, 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 make something happen. Stay busy or something, wait for the smoke clear with the Spence Ugas situation. Now, the Spence Ugas fight, in my opinion, is still a very close competitive fight. Errol Spence Jr. looks really good going into this fight, but I still think it's going to be a very competitive, very close and competitive fight, man. I don't think it's going to be really one-sided by any means. I think it's going to be a very competitive fight. I got Ugas winning, but I wouldn't be surprised if Spence won, honestly. I mean, Spence could come back and turn things back like he was before the accident, before all the distractions, and before everything else. So it could be a great fight, man. I'm expecting a great fight between these dudes. I'm getting excited for it, actually. Even though they're not really doing too much to sell the fight, right? Ugas, his lack of English, he don't speak English. So it's kind of hard to relate when these guys don't speak English. See, Canelo Alvarez, he's smart. He's speaking English and everything now. So he's doing interviews with people now in America. He's out here now. Ugas, he's out here too. But guess what? These Cuban these Cuban fighters seem to got a problem with learning how to speak English, man. Y'all got to learn how to speak English, man. You did this Ugas, that press conference would have been a lot smoother. It would have been a lot better if you were speaking English, bro. I'm just saying. But Errol Spence Jr., he's robotic too. He might as well have had a translator as well. He wasn't really exciting to get me hype for the fight, but it is a good matchup on paper. And if you follow the sport, it's a good fight. Tell me what you guys think. Who's next? Like, subscribe, Hodge Boy. Peace out.